Hey everybody, it's Matt.
And this is Tim, and we are at today the Bass Pro Shop.
Yep.
You see that we're in the hiking area, so you want to come out the Bass Pro Shop and pick you up one of these bad boys behind us. You weigh that thing down with like 100 pounds and walk 2 feet and say, okay, I'm done hiking. So we're going to talk about the market today.
We are going to talk about the market today.
Yeah. What are we going to call this? Like maybe a little correction in the market?
Yeah. Okay. I think maybe because we already talked about correction in general, right? Whether there's a correction. And so maybe today we're looking at what does it look like specifically? Like home prices, days on the market, people even bringing down and having a price reduction, like talking through some of those things that a correction does bring.
Right. So before we get into that, just scroll down a little bit and like us and subscribe to this channel. If you have any questions, you want to put them on our comments, we'd be loving to get back with you and chat with you about it.
Yeah, and any other ideas on videos that you want to see. A lot of people have been connecting with us about correction specifically, asking tons and tons of questions because there's a lot of questions.
So let's get right into it. I have a question. Is this correction good or bad?
Yeah. And I think it depends on who you're talking to.
Right? Sellers or buyers, right?
Yeah. But I think in general, I think it's good for both. I think in one side of things for buyers, it's allowing buyers to actually think about the home rather than just panic buy. I think it's giving an opportunity for homes to be priced effectively and for people to not get priced out of homes.
Right. Well, with the rates going now, some people are getting priced out of homes. The rates are out of control, which like a lot of things are right now. But this is one of those things that, there's not a whole lot we can do about it. We have to ride this out. But if you take a look at what has happened just over the last 12 months, so from let's back up. From January to now, the interest rate that has changed is taking people from that would be buying $600,000 homes down into the 400s. Right? And so with that thought process, you also have to take a look at it and say, what are the sellers thinking? So sellers are still putting their home on the market. My listings included. I'm reducing in pricing, right? So, but the sellers are still thinking we're in the seller's market, so it hasn't quite moved over yet. And the buyers are seeing homes on the market for, 10, 20, 30, 40 days. I just looked at one the other day, 76 days on the market. With, by the way, with no price reduction. So that seller just has bought the home back by himself, right? But as you start going through this process, you're exactly right. The buyers get more time, and even some buyers are completely out of the market right now. But that'll change and they can get back in the market. The good thing about it is the buyers that we're working with now, you can go look at homes. You might look at 5 or 6 homes, and only 2 of them have offers on it. Which is, I think, is a huge benefit. People can settle in a little bit. But I think on almost every home that doesn't go off the market within the first 3 to 7 days, we're seeing price reductions.
And so even looking at, so we're in an area called Northgate right now, here at Bass Pro Shop. And so with that,
in the hiking department.
In the hiking department. So looking at that, that area is kind of north of Interquest, east of I-25. You have Baptist Road that kind of comes right there. And so you have, in this specific area, there's technically 86 homes that are either on the market, pending or under contract. So they're not sold yet. And out of those, 63 of them are still on the market, which is pretty good considering 3 months ago, there was 150 total that were on the market in all of El Paso County.
So 3 months ago, we would go into Friday with 300 to 350 homes on the market.
It was crazy.
And we'd come on Monday and there'd be 200. Right now, I just looked the other day. Don't hold me to this number, but there are like 1,500 single-family homes on the market, which is a good supply of homes for people. But still, the supply for the amount of homes that go on a contract, it's still only a couple months of inventory.
Exactly. And even within that 63, we're actually seeing there was 27 who had price reductions. And so that's significant.
Were they up to like $10,000, $20,000, or were they, $3,000 or $4,000? Did you get a look at that at all? Or?
I think it depended on how much they were, because Northgate has a very it's a high buy-in. The median price here is high 700s. And so I was looking at one that was listed for 1.29 that went to 1.25.
That was a good
So you had
price
some
reduction.
of those, but you have other people who are aggressively wanting to sell their house, and they're really willing to cut to get that.
Reduce the price. Exactly.
Why do you think that happens? Why would you think that price reductions are happening?
Well, part of it's, typically when we price a home, we go back 6 months. The agents that have experience, they're probably only going back 2 months now.
Right.
And even
Especially
going
in this
back
market.
even going back 2 months and projecting ahead with the potential of rates going up, I'm hoping that we get to the end of the year that it'll settle down and start coming back down.
Yeah.
But we're pricing too high.
Yeah.
Pricing at the sellers are feeling like that we're still in the seller's market, and when you talk to them, they go on Zillow, Realtor.com, and say, "Well, you see this home just around the corner? I just listed a home, and my owner said, well, I want to list it at 560, and because the house around the corner is 560, and I called the agent up. He said I've been at 560 for 3 weeks with not one showing. So I said to my seller, what do you want to do? So with that thought process in mind, it's hard to make that change for the sellers, but this is exactly what the buyers have been waiting for. This is like offense against defense,
Yeah.
The offense has been killing everybody for years, and now the defense is going to start taking a little bit of ground back.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be something that is going to benefit everybody. And the people that have bought over the last few years, they're still going to be fine. Dave Ramsey said, buy homes, invest in real estate in all markets, you're going to do good.
Yeah.
Where they hurt is if they have to sell something really quickly, you're put in a position you've got to sell.
Yeah.
Sometimes that market will bite you a little bit, but there's always options for that too.
What would you say? Because I was talking to some sellers who are processing, do I sell my home right now?
Right.
But they were local and wanting to stay local. So I feel that being able to sell in this market is actually helpful in that range, because you can sell in a adequate amount of time, but then you can also buy and it's not going to be insanely elevated.
You should be able to sell, and when a home is under contract, go find another one and buy it, right? And you should be able to do a contingency in this market, because sellers and agents are encouraging that and welcoming it. It's not on every home. Some homes you're still getting multiple offers.
Yeah.
I mean, the best homes, the best locations, you're gonna get that.
Yeah. Would you, when you're looking at now and this correction between now and 2008, 2009, what would you say are the differences or different things that you would be looking at?
2008, 2009, there were people in the streets bleeding.
Yeah.
Real estate investors, me included, my wife and I, we were worried because we had real estate, wasn't sure how we're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Even though they were rented, but your rents came down so much. But 08 through 12, I mean, that was a total crash of the mortgage, and it was just a disaster. We're seeing here is a correction.
Yeah.
COVID came. I think there was an over need to help with these huge printing money, and this is the result of it. So we have to get past that. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's not going to take what it took before, because this market's not crashing. Yeah. It's correcting a little bit. As a matter of fact, the El Paso County, Colorado Springs market is not in a declining market. We're correcting, but we haven't hit that declining yet. And there's like 450 other markets in the United States that have.
Yeah.
So I think we're in a good position. And the old saying, just hold and wait, and it'll turn around, right?
Yeah. So if you're looking to buy or sell, and especially sell, if you're looking to sell your home in this market, the opportunity is to have a level head, right? To look at what the market is now and not what it was even 2 months ago. As well as if you're a buyer, you're looking at being able to have a little bit more time, a little bit more wiggle room,
which is nice.
Yeah. Though you might have higher interest rates. So you might not be able to get this, like you were saying earlier, the $600,000 home, but there are still great homes in that $450,000 range that you can get.
So rates right now for owner-occupied rates, we're still in the fives. Mm-hmm. 5.25 to 5 3/4. Non-owner occupied rates, you're into the the mid sixes, the upper sixes, unless you go commercial and you get a commercial loan. You can probably still get a commercial loan for residential with 25% down. This is non-owner occ for probably around 5%. But yeah, for the most part, what's going to happen is you get into this home, you pay the piper what they want, and this is one of those things that when it changes, then you just refinance out and get it down.
Yeah. So it's a good place if you're looking to stay in that home for 2-3 years or more.
Yeah. Okay. And for investment property, long term, work your
if
plan, keep working it. Rents are at an all-time high. They're going to continue to be high because there's just no inventory. And the bottom line is with our single-family homes, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good topic. I think one thing we should really do on our next taping is we should have numbers and take a look at what the El Paso market has done as far as this year versus last year. I just looked at one for July.
Yep.
And man, we're only like 10 homes behind 2021.
Wow.
Rates or not, you know?
Yep, that makes sense. So
why don't we do that?
Yeah, I love that idea. Let's definitely do that. So until next time, if you're a buyer or a seller, we would love to be able to help you out. We are licensed real estate agents here in the state of Colorado, and we specialize in Southern Colorado, but we also work in Denver. But if you have any questions, please let us know. Email us, text, all of the good stuff, as well as comment down below.
We'd love to see them.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.